I am always looking for better ways and more effective ways to make cooking for my family more simple and more enjoyable at that. So I picked up this food processor and I've had my eye on this for a long period of time because it looks really good and functional. There's multiple ways you can use it, and if you're gonna be cooking for a large family, hosting, or just have a lot of people in your home they're cooking for, it's super helpful to have one of these laying around. And as the moment is now, I don't have one of these in my pantry or my cupboard, so this is gonna be a new invention for me to try out. But the reason I picked this out is because, as you can see, it has a really large bowl. So if you could be cooking, for example, meal prepping or just cooking for celebrations, events, or just family dinners for a large amount of people, it not only chops, it mixes, it shreds. So you can do so many different dishes in here, which is, I think, one of the coolest parts about it. So I wanted to see what comes in the set before I go on and put it together and test out a recipe. So this is what the base looks like when it's taken out of the box. It's already pre-assembled, so there's no screwing or things required. On the bottom, it has these grips here, so it'll stay put on your countertop space once you place it. And the body has this stainless steel finish, so it's gonna look really nice and it's not gonna tarnish or lose its detailing over time. And then here is the large bowl. As you can see, the top is very easy to read with the measurements here, so you always know your liquids along with milliliters that you have here. Has a big comfortable handle, so you can easily pick it up, wash it, and then put it back. But besides the bowl that you have in here, and once you place it in here, you just slide it to the right to lock it so it fixates. You have a few other things in the set, and this is all of them. I've taken them out, so let's unbox them and see what we have. So we have this portion here, which is going to go on top of the lid here for the bowl. And through here, we can put different types of things that I'll be shredding, mixing, chopping, and you have different places to put them. So super helpful. So I'll set that aside here. And we also have this plate here, which will go in the middle between the two. Separate them, and it looks like that. Pretty thick as well and doesn't bend easily. We have this, which is going to go in the middle here, and that's also really good stainless steel material. Then we have a stainless steel blade, which has these lids on them, so you can remove them once you actually place it in here, but you can place them back on here when you're not using them, just so they hold up really well. And the good thing about this that I noticed online when I was looking at the pictures, all the parts remove fairly easily. So when you're going to be rinsing and cleaning, it's fairly easy to take them apart. You don't really have to budge or have a hassle to take them apart, which is a big bonus. So we have the stainless steel blade. And then we have another blade. This one is plastic, but it's a thicker plastic, so also feel it will be useful. In here, we have a spatula for mixing and just scraping inside the bowl. So a nice touch. We have a user manual, which is going to tell us all about functions and different things we can do with the food processor. We'll look through there. And they even threw in some recipes in here. So if you're stuck on what to cook for a certain night, you can look through here. So super helpful. I'll look through that later on. And then in these packets here, you have our different blades. So let's look at some of them. So this is one of the thicker ones here we have, and this has larger holes. So if you're doing coarse vegetables for shredding, this is super helpful. So you can do carrots with these, you can do potatoes, any type of root veg really. Then we also have this one here, which is perfect for french fries. So if you're slicing french fries, this is just the right size for that. And then compared to the one I showed before, which is for coarse shredding, this one is for fine shredding. So if you want to get really fine little detailed pieces, this is the one you always reaching for. And the last two, let's take a look at those. This one looks like we can use it for thicker slicing. So if you're going to be slicing this to make any type of salad, this is the one I'd reaching for. So you can do cucumbers in here, you can do eggplants or squash or things like that. And then the last ones we get in this little pack here are finer ones. And if you want thin slices for salads or just on top of appetizer, you can slice them up with this. So you have all these different slicers that you can use depending on the vegetable or thing you're putting in here. So this is everything you get in here. We have so many different things to play with to try different recipes. And then another cool thing about here is you also have different speeds, and there's 7 of them you can choose from. So you'll just turn the knob and pick the one that's suitable for you. So if you're going to be cooking in a short amount of time and trying to get it ready quickly, you can bump up the speed. And then another cool thing is the bottom portion of your tray actually removes. So like I said, everything is easy to remove, wipe down, and put together for next usage. So this is an overall view of what the food processor looks like. I'm going to be testing out a recipe in this real soon because I can't wait to try it out and see how well it's going to work. So stay tuned for that.